You ever think about how tiny? As a kid, I thought soda cans were so big, but now, like this looks tiny in my hand. This past weekend, I was in dire straits, like with COVID. I went 2.5 years without catching the coronavirus, and then bam, it got me. I thought about how most business owners, when they get sick or they have to go out for an emergency, there's no one to cover them, right? For single person businesses, no one can pick up your job and do what you do. Fortunately, there are 3 people in our business: me, Austin, and our employee. That means that when I go down sick, someone can pick up and do the important things that I have been taking care of. But how do they know what needs to get done? How do they know that something is outstanding and that I was the one taking care of it and now they need to take care of it? We've discovered the importance of task tracking and processes and communication. Every business in the world, no matter what, is built on tasks and processes. There's a task, something that needs to get done, the work that you're doing, and there's a way to do it. Your business really is only as good as your processes, whether it's sales, whether it's marketing, or whether it's customer support. The processes that you follow in each of these areas allow your business to run more efficiently, provide a pleasing experience to your clients, and ultimately make more money. But a lot of small businesses usually have 1 or 2 people in them. They don't really think of the systems and the processes that go into doing the work. They just get it done. And that's complicated because when you hire an employee, then it just kind of becomes this, well, here's what I did, go ahead and do it. It's extremely important to keep a record of those processes, writing it down, creating a video, or just documenting it in some other way. You'll be able to actually train people better when you hire employees. You'll get work done quicker because you are following the easy step-by-step directions, and there will be no confusion when someone who's sick needs to leave for a week and can't get anything done because they're bedridden. This is extremely important as your company grows because one person goes from knowing how to do everything to now several people knowing how to do some things. You're essentially equipping whoever is going to come on and take that job or task from you in the future to be able to do it correctly and well and at least 80% of the way of how you would have done it. And I say 80% because I think a lot of us oftentimes when we expand our businesses, we think, I need someone who's going to be exactly like me, who's going to do all of the work that I have, all of the tasks that I have in my exact process. But the truth is that your way may not be the best way. Processes are incredibly important, but they're not fixed in stone. They can be changed, they can be adjusted. New ways of doing things come around all of the time. So if you're looking for someone to replicate exactly what you do click by click, you're gonna have a bad time. Your processes should be malleable. Yeah, they're complete in the sense that they can help someone get a task done a certain way, but what if technology changes? Or what if the most efficient way is different than how it is being done currently? In an ideal world, everybody would be able to come over and pick up the tasks that we've created from scratch and know how to run the business exactly the way that we have been. That's definitely not the way that it is. We do need to do a better job of actually documenting how those things get done, how to think about things, how to answer questions or resources that you might need when questions pop up. Part of working is actually knowing where to go when you have questions. Communication is extremely key, and I think you should always work to help answer questions for new people that you're bringing on, but documenting these tasks and the way that you're doing things is actually a really great way to allow someone to answer those questions themselves instead of taking away from the important work that you might be doing. Instead of flying blind, if your company wiki has things like how to run payroll or how to set up new transactions in QuickBooks or how to pay the credit card bill, you'll be better off because anybody who comes on board will know exactly where to go and how to search for the things that they have questions about. Finally, when you have processes and tasks done, you need to know who's going to do what. Let's take a bookkeeping firm, for example. We know one of those. A couple of videos back, I talked about how Austin does certain jobs and I do certain jobs, and the reason that we've created these roles and responsibilities is so that we can identify who does what tasks. For example, Austin and our junior accountant, from a daily, a weekly, and a monthly standpoint, they are working in QuickBooks, they are resolving transactions, they're making sure that there's nothing outstanding. And then the process starts over again. There's more weekly bookkeeping every week to get done. There's a monthly close that needs to happen every single month. When it comes to payroll, there's a process that we have as well. We gather payroll numbers and hours for approval from the business owner or manager. We submit them to the manager, and then we create reports that show them what they're going to be paying out, get approval from them, and then submit payroll. When it comes to sales, we have a process. We get a 15-minute phone call to discover with our clients about what's going on inside of their business and what their goals are. Then we take a 30-minute sales call to identify how we can help moving forward, what our process is going to be, and what the price is. And then we book them. We bring them on board by establishing a QuickBooks account or getting access to their existing QuickBooks account, and then we work with them moving forward. We have a whole process, tasks galore for onboarding clients into our system. And it might seem like a lot of work to have all of these tasks and processes, but really, you're already doing it. If you run a business or you work for a business or whatever you're doing in life, you have a process, you have tasks, you have things that need to get done in a certain way, and you have the responsibility for doing them. I mean, seriously, like there are so many options out there for documenting your processes and your tasks. You could use Notion to create a whole employee wiki that they could go and search things. You could use ClickUp to create tasks and assign them and create projects, and you could use Asana, you could use to-do lists, there's so many options out there. Just pick one. You just need one. So anyways, the next time you get sick and you're laying in bed and someone calls you to ask,
how do I run payroll?
Well, it's your fault for not teaching them in the first place. Please don't make this video gross.